Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Two Shot Tuesday. It's the podcast we encourage you to listen to on your break at work because we're in and out in 20 minutes. It's perfect. Barry Nixon alongside the one and only Jason Riley. Jay, it feels a little different not having Craig here. It's a little now it's all on us,
It is.
but that's okay. I know that you're up to the challenge.
Yeah, he is the big planner, and we want to thank Craig again for his time last week. And let's first do a shot, and then let's talk about who got that prediction right on last week's episode.
Yeah. Let's get you on the gloat boat. But
Yeah.
first,
Yeah.
shot number one.
What do you got?
This is something new, Jay. This is some Bushmills 12-year single malt Irish whiskey, just turned up at my local. I couldn't resist, and so it's debuting right here on the broadcast. What about yourself?
Nice. Well, since you've got something new, I decided I needed to bring something new to the party. And so a friend of mine, when they came by the mini mansion, dropped by this small bottle of 40 Creek Niagara whiskey. As you can see, I've tried it, so I've had it as a sipper. Let's see how it goes as a shot tonight. To new
Cheers
things.
to you.
Cheers. Ooh, this is like that was a shiver. So I want to spend some time on that because we've had various feelings about Bushmills. Let me just tell you, this one is like a punch to the tongue. It is like taking your tongue and just repeatedly beating it with, like, if your knuckles had like meat tenderizer like things on them. So it's a rough shot.
That doesn't sound good at all.
Not the best.
That
Not the
sounds
best I've had.
terrible.
How is Bushmills, and what is it called again? Remind our listeners and viewers.
It's a 12-year single malt Irish whiskey. It is good. I did get the shivers, though.
Yeah,
I
tell
think
me
it's
about
just
that.
because it's the first time trying a new whiskey. That usually does happen to me. That's my defense. It tastes good. It's got a little bit of an oakiness. The flavor doesn't hang around too long, which I like. There's no peat, no smoke. It's just the Irish whiskey that you've come to depend on, if I may.
Yeah. Could I describe this
It's
as,
fantastic.
would
good.
it be described as like stepping into a lake for the first time in the season, and you get right up to where the testicles are getting in, and then you
Well,
got to
yeah.
move past that? Is that kind of how that feels, that shiver? It's like, it's nice, you're swimming for the first time, but you got to get through that tricky part.
I mean, I don't think Shakespeare could have given a
Thank
more
you.
apt description than what you just laid out for us. Absolutely right. As soon as the nads touch that lake water, that's exactly the feeling you're getting with Bushmills 12-year single malt Irish whiskey. It's not bad.
That's
It's not bad. I think the second one, I'll be accustomed to it. The second one, as always, Jay, will be smoother. But before we get into the second shot, we're getting way ahead of ourselves. We had some predictions on last week's NFL kickoff show, and one of us was exactly right.
Exactly.
Do you care to wager in on who that person might have been?
Well, I know who that person was. It was me.
Yeah.
And I didn't doubt myself for a second, because the Eagle is a
You
mighty
nailed
beast.
it to you got the score.
Yeah, by 4. Like, you want to stick. Vegas odds makers need to be talking to me. If I can make another prediction, I don't know who's playing in week 2, but if there's a prediction you'd like, I'm happy to put my record on the line. Maybe. We'll see. Because I also don't mind going undefeated for the rest of the season. So I might hang it up.
You know, it sounds like you got a bit of a conundrum here, because it might be nice just to hang them up and finish at the top of the pile with a 1 record.
Yeah.
But there are at least another 16 or 17 games that you could be predicting. And it really doesn't matter who's playing, Jay, because I just feel you just have this innate ability to predict winners regardless of who's playing.
Yeah. And, we had a couple of winners last Friday night when you and I got together. Was it Friday or Saturday? It was Saturday night.
Saturday at the Tiki Bar.
At the Tiki Bar. There were a couple of winners. Let's talk about that hang really briefly. I think we had some good catch up and some good just general discussions. You put me on a very wobbly stool and insisted that we sit there, despite having many chairs. And this is what I really want to touch on. There were many chairs around us that had backs and tables, and yet you insisted we sit at the first stool as you come in, so that everybody had to go around us, and we had to use our core strength to hold ourselves up for the entire period of time. Yet we had a good time. Tell me your thinking on that, please.
That is where I post up every time I go to the Tiki. I'm just used to it. I don't mind the wobbly. And Jay, I didn't present you with a wobbly stool. They're all wobbly. Every one of them. And this is something that just adds to the charm of the Bovine Tiki. I have raised it with management. I've raised it with our maintenance guy. It's just a thing, and it's not going to change. So there was no like pranking on you. I also sat on a wobbly stool, but I'm used to it now. And is your core not happy?
No,
Let's
I
be
don't
honest
know.
now.
No, I'm saying no. And it's like kind of like as soon as you walk in the door, everyone has to go around you. You say it's the best seat in the house. I would say it's the least
Oh yeah.
convenient seat in the house. So please explain that to me. What drew you to these two chairs that you insist everyone must sit on like you're hosting a talk show when you go to the Tiki?
Yeah.
Carry on.
Yeah, exactly. That you just nailed it. No, our favorite DJ Teenage Werewolf, friend of ours, friend of the show, he usually is posted up to the left of me. That's usually his spot. That's where he, plays the good stuff. So
Right.
that seat right beside him, that's why I
Got it.
sit there because I'm usually there to see Rob on a Friday. So that's the reasoning behind it. It's also extremely convenient. Sorry, I'm back there. I'm back at the tiki
Convenient?
right now.
Okay,
My
yeah,
mind is
please
swimming.
take me there.
It's convenient
Why?
because I know all the bartenders and you are slowly getting to know them as well. It's very easy to say, "Hey, Matt, can I get a beer?" Boom. I'm not getting up. I'm not having to shuffle around to the front. You're not really supposed to order drinks on the side because they don't want people thinking that they can do that. But for bar stars like ourselves, we're permitted certain flexibilities that
Okay,
other
got it.
patrons are not. So
Okay.
now you know the full story, and I'm glad that your core got a good workout, and you were enjoying some Blue Hawaiis, or what were they, Blue Mondays? Or something like that.
Something like
Blue
that. It was
I
blue
think they
and
were
there
Blue
was
Hawaiians.
I think so. A Malibu rum,
Yeah,
some blue stuff,
yep.
and then garnished with the leaf of a pineapple.
Very nice touch.
I enjoyed it.
And then after our amazing hang, what did we decide to do? Originally, we thought Burger's Priest. We pivoted to Wendy's because of the seating. And then all of a sudden, two people came in motorized chairs, and one lady backed up, and it made very the exact sound of that of a garbage truck backing up. And I
Yes.
felt really bad for this lady. All she wanted was her bag of food and get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
Instead, the whole restaurant was distracted by the sound of beep, beep, beep as she's trying to position her cart away from the front door to allow other patrons to come in. Did you also notice that she had her man do the food retrieval? She hung back right beside us,
Yeah,
by the
I
way.
noticed that.
Like, you
I
had your
did.
back to her. You had your back to her. You didn't see it, but I was sitting there studying this woman as I was trying to enjoy my Baconator. But anyway,
Yeah,
that's the city.
it wasn't the capper
That's
of the
city
night
life.
that we would have picked. We
No,
originally were hoping for there to be basket foods for us at the Tiki, and for some reason
right.
that didn't happen. The opening didn't happen till sometime after we left.
8.
If
Yeah,
even that can be believed, because we don't know. We left. It was just we're
that's
trusting that
true.
that was the time. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't recommend ending the night on a Wendy's, but it was fine. We had a great time, and the time at the Tiki was certainly the
I enjoyed it.
highlight of that versus the say Wendy's.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
like I said, I mean, you could do a lot worse. Wendy's
yeah.
was fine. I enjoyed
That's a
it.
Saturday night in Toronto, folks. You don't need more than that. Although it was ram packed downtown, like the kids were
Well, it's
out.
TIFF at the time of this recording.
TIFF too. Yeah,
So people are excited. Celebrity sightings all over the city. It's kind of fun. Have you seen any
people.
celebrities, by the way?
I saw you Saturday night.
But well, besides me
Well, no, then
and
just no,
yourself in
just
the
you.
mirror when you woke up this morning.
Yeah, I
Okay,
did. I enjoyed us
gotcha.
being recognized because I kind of heard the whispers of, oh, it's Two Shot Tuesday. Oh, those guys from Two Shot Tuesday, Jason and Barry and Jason. Which one is it on the picture? I'm not sure which one's which because the names are reversed on where the pictures are because Jason thought it would be funny to do that. And I
Yeah.
continue to do that. And who knows if I'll do that. So also another quick update. We have had new photos taken by said DJ Teenage Werewolf, and we'll be debuting those soon on your
Yes.
Instagrams and your Facebooks and your YouTubes, folks. Get ready because our last photo shoot was 5 years ago. And so things have changed, as you've seen, obviously, from watching us now on YouTube.
Right. Well,
Long
you haven't
promo.
aged a day,
Yeah.
Jay.
Or you.
You
or
haven't
you.
aged a day. So
Yeah.
your hair is a little longer, but that's really the only major difference. And same with me. But we felt like we needed an update, and DJ Teenage Werewolf captured a couple of what I like to call our Beastie Boy shots. So
I
get
think
ready
so.
for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, kind of fun.
Hey, why don't we do shot number 2, and then we've got some ripped from the headlines I think we need to get into.
We do, and I have a very quick corner just promo review.
This is how
just
we do
super quick.
We
Super quick.
We produce the show as we do the show. And that's what I love about it. What have you got for shot
It's
number 2,
efficiency.
Barry?
It's the same as before, Jay, but I expect a much smoother outcome now that I've
Yeah.
acclimatized to the lake water. It is the 12-year from Bushmills, hot off the shelf. And yourself?
Nice. I'm going back under the falls. 40 Creek, Niagara whiskey.
Okay. Here's to you. Good health.
Cheers. Ooh,
Oh, so much smoother. As predicted.
I think I'm tearing up. Am I tearing up, Barry? I think I'm tearing up from this one. Yeah, I don't highly recommend the 40 Creek
Mm-hmm.
for the tears. Causes the tears. So it's tough. It's a tough one.
But it's nice for a middle-aged man to get in touch with his emotions. If this
You
is the
know,
only way it's gonna happen, it's actually probably a good whiskey for you to have around, Jay.
yeah, it's bringing it out. It's bringing it out. All right, Barry. Hey, Corner, let's hear about it. What have you
Just
got to
really
say
quick.
for our audience today?
Yes. It's the new release from Criterion. We know that these guys always release top-tier titles. This was a sight unseen buy on my account. I just kind of looked at the RT score. I read some other reviews. This is one of the best British gangster films. It's not a recent movie. Bob Hoskins is the lead in it, and a very, very young, possibly the first time we ever see him on screen, Pierce Brosnan. He looks like he's 15 years old. He's in it as well. Not a major role, but and a very important one. And it has one of the best endings that you're going to see. It's just like one of those gut punch finales that you're like, wow, this is great. It's not a cop out. I will say the accents are a little heavy because there's a lot of these are all Londoners and they use a lot of slang. So, you know, you might want to employ the subtitles. I did not, but maybe I will the second time I watch it just to make sure
Yeah.
I get everything.
Yeah,
But Bob Hoskins, you've never seen a guy, forget about him being Super Mario or forget about him being in Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Both good movies, by the way, and he's okay. But this character is like a ruthless gangster, but he plays it so perfectly. He's not insane. Like, he's not completely off his nut. He has enough. Anyway, I'm saying too much. It's called The Long Good Friday. Check it out. Criterion 4K. I'm sure you can just watch it on Amazon if you don't want to go and buy it sight unseen the way I did. But I'll tell you, if you do that, you'll be happy, as I am.
Okay.
Jay,
Well,
over to you.
what are you going to give that in terms of star rating?
Dude, it's a 5 out of 5. It's
Really?
a fantastic.
Perfect score?
There's no fluff. There's no fat. There's no time to be bored. This script is like so tightly written. It just moves from one thing to the next, and you're like, holy crap, it's over. And it's like right at 2 hours.
Okay, now important
So
for
I
us,
think
and
you could live with that runtime.
important for us and our audience, we need to know what's the visual look like, what's the audio look like. This is an older movie. Are we seeing threads on suits? Are we seeing lampposts?
Yes,
Clearly.
we are.
Okay, great.
Yes, we are. It's
All right.
it's another crackling restoration, and the ones you've come to depend on when you're thinking of Criterion releases, they always go, even when they were putting out DVDs, like their DVD quality was better than the average DVD back in the day. So they attention to detail is what they do, and this movie is fantastic if you like British gangster films. And some of the guys that you've seen in Guy Ritchie movies like Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels and Snatch, you see them popping up in this movie, of course, much younger. You're like, oh, that's Bricktop from Lock, Stock. Anyway, I'm
Right.
getting off
Great.
track. The point is, it's fantastic. Check it out. The Long Good Friday with Bob Hoskins.
Okay, great. Fantastic. Another one to consider for the 4K corner.
And now rip from the headline.
Yeah, we're going to wrap up this podcast
Let's
with
do
one
it.
rip from the headline because that's what
Okay.
we have to do. The news is important and we need to get to it. For those joining us for the first time, we read the headline. Barry sends me some ahead of time. I scroll through, I pick at random,
Mhm.
only the headline, and we will extrapolate the news story from there. I'm going to go
For
right
you.
to the bottom. How about this? A little play on words. Way to go. And way is spelled Whey. And then, is cheese the new reason to travel? Barry?
Now, I thought this would pique your interest because I
am.
as a guy who has a super taster, I'm willing to bet everything that I own that would never be a motivator for you to jump on an aircraft and visit a foreign land.
You know
Am I
me
wrong?
so well. You know me so well.
Yeah.
Cheese is...
Probably when you read that, you're like, cheese? No.
Yeah. Now, executive producer Aldo Roma has a different relationship with cheese than I do.
Yes.
He enjoys it. All cheeses, or most cheeses anyway. I will say I
Yeah.
am a processed cheese. I'm a craft cheese kind of guy. I am very simple. I like a hard cheese. I don't want to be anywhere near a soft cheese. Like, I will say this to you.
Not even in the same room.
A soft
Yeah.
cheese cannot get far enough away from me. I hope I'm being clear.
Wow. Yes, you are.
Yeah, because I don't want a gorgonzola. I don't want that's not a
I
soft
agree.
cheese, is it? Or is it? I don't even know.
I don't
I
know. I
don't know.
stay away from anything that's remotely stinky. I'm like you
Really?
in a lot of ways. I'm okay with the soft cheeses, but I don't want like really stinky
A
aged blue
brie,
cheese. I'm not into
a
that.
disgusting
No. Well,
brie.
brie's fine. Brie's fine. That's a soft cheese, but it's
Not
not
me.
like stinky and aged to the point where it's almost like it's gone off.
I want brie
It
banned.
smells like farts. So I don't want to eat that. Sorry.
Yeah, and people love it. I don't understand why.
Many people do.
Think it's horrific, and so I would not want to travel for cheese. Now, why would people want to travel for
Same.
cheese? I think that's what's important about this news article. Barry, tell
I
me what
think
you think.
people are just getting so bored, and
Yeah,
those who have money are so bored that this is the only thing left to travel for. They've traveled for chocolate, they've traveled for whiskey, they've traveled for beaches and shopping, and now this is where we're at.
it's
Cheese.
next. It's next on the
Well, I'm all
list.
for it. I mean, if people want to do it, go for it. Myself, I would not build a trip around cheese. I'm the same as you. You and I sync up on this one, Jay. However, I have no problem with soft cheese, especially the good old fashioned Philadelphia cream. A little of
Nope.
that on a bagel with some
Nope.
lox. Have a nice day.
Not for me.
Yeah,
Not
no,
at all.
I know. I know.
Cheesecake, I like. Why is cheesecake good? Because sugar?
I don't see. That's the thing. That's about as soft a cheese as you can possibly imagine, and yet it's
You know,
feathered in somehow, and you're okay with it as long as it's feathered into something. Is that it, or
maybe, or
that's
the
not
word
it?
cake is applied to it. Because most cakes I
Well,
like.
that's
Crab cake, no crab cake, but cheesecake I will have. And I have to say, I've just fond memories of watching the Golden Girls, and of course, they rallied around cheesecake like crazy. That was always in
totally.
the house at
Yeah,
the Golden Girls. No, there is no
yeah.
cheese
That's
that I
what kept
want
them
to
together.
touch.
That was
Yeah. Anyway, I think we
that's
got to
fair.
the bottom of that one. So
I think we did.
people are traveling, but they shouldn't be because of cheese. So if it is the reason you're traveling,
Oh
you're
no, they
making a
should be if they
mistake.
wish to.
Okay, so we don't necessarily sync up on this one. We'll get to
I'm
the
not saying
bottom of
don't
it.
do it. I'm not saying don't do it for others, but you and I clearly will not travel for
No.
cheese, and that's totally cool. But if others wish to, Godspeed and enjoy that cheese.
Would you travel for a grilled cheese sandwich if it was really good and like in some amazing kind of greasy spoon?
Like in New York City, like some
Yeah.
Brooklyn diner that people are lining up. I potentially
Okay,
because
me
that's not
too.
so far away. But if you're
Yeah.
saying fly to Italy for the most delicious grilled cheese, no, that's a little too far.
I'm with you. And you know what? It has to be basic cheese. I'm not going to, no grilled, no subbing in a brie or anything like that on your grilled cheese. I just want American
You
cheese
really have a
or
problem with brie.
I
You've
hate it.
mentioned it
I
a
hate it so
few
much.
times. You really hate this.
It's
Can we
disgusting.
just get? Can I ask you one follow
Yeah.
up?
Yeah.
What is the what do you think the root of this absolute hatred of soft cheeses comes from? Were you forced to eat that when you were young, or
I
what?
don't know. There was a
What is
lot
it
of
about
blue
that?
cheese around the house as a child, and I really didn't like that either. It
Oof,
stinks. It's in cubes.
I'm with you.
Sometimes it would come in cubes.
Gross.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, let's put that aside. Barry, we're going to
Yeah, we'll
end on
save that for
that.
therapist corner next week.
Perfect. I love this. I love the way you think. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got I'm going to tease a big announcement next week of something you and I are doing in October. You know what it is, and we're going to talk about it
Huge.
next week. So
Yes.
thank you so much for tuning in. You've got another 4K to check out. It's called The Long Good Friday. You got to think about your travel plans. Do you want to travel around cheese, or are you going to rally around it like Barry and I? You've got a Bushmills that you will love. You've got a 40 Creek Niagara whiskey that, I don't know, if you like it and your tongue beat up, you're going to enjoy that. And that's what we covered off on this week's show. And we
Yeah.
look forward to seeing you next week and every week. Thank you for making Two Shot Tuesday a special place to be.
Amazing, Jay. See you next week.
See ya. Thank you for listening to Two Shot Tuesday. The show is produced by Barry and I and edited by me. If you have yet to rate and review the show on Apple Podcasts, please take a second to do so now. It helps us grow, and it helps new audiences to find the show. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram at Two Shot Tuesday, and on Twitter at Two Shot Tuesday Podcast. Stop by, give us a follow, leave us a comment, and share your favorite episodes. If you have a question you'd like featured on the show, you can send us a text at 647-486-4848. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.